morning, everyone. You're now watching Let Your Voices Be Heard. I'm your host, Geneva Castro. We all know that over the last 6 months, there has been media and public uproar around the topic of corruption, which has been incited by the current government's latest anti-corruption drive. Previous governments have attempted to deal with the many-headed monster of corruption through the establishment of special laws, courts, and agencies, which place more emphasis on curing the effects of corruption rather than preventing it in the first place. But how much has changed in the current war on corruption? The media are looking at the president's body language of zero tolerance while questions are being asked about the partially or otherwise of various allegations and arrests, as well as the urgent need to reform the judiciary to effectively prosecute the accused of corruption. Nothing in the current campaign indicates that this will change anytime soon. So let's ask our citizens
Well,
about
for
this.
me, building confidence in commitment to change. Government needs to build confidence and demonstrate its commitment to change. The fight against corruption, as it is, communicates the current administration's resolve towards the issue. However, observation that the anti-corruption initiative is only being actioned by the executive without the support of other two arms of government shows that Nigeria may be heading down the same well-trodden
For
path
my own
as before.
opinion, enhancing systems and institutions. Advances in technology have enabled the efficient development of platforms to detect corruption and fraud institutions. The current government has leveraged technology in the financial services sector up TSA, Treasury single, Treasury single account and facilitating BVN, bank verification, number process to stop controls, and migrate fraud. This needs to be sustained and further implemented through the public sector.
My understanding demonstrating value for money, VFM. The ability of government to demonstrate value for money is critical. Establishing VFM, for example, in the budget submitted to the National Assembly will further drive accountability and enable government to build public trust. In these austere times, when oil price has plummeted and Nigeria's export revenue has fallen short of budget expectation, it would be important for government to look at ways to periodically report on ongoing expenditure, tracking progress towards the delivery of targeted public services. This should be timely, simplified, and transparent in order to manage low tolerance for any perceived
In my own
funds.
perception, building capacity. This is a critical especially for the agencies and arms of governments that are at the forefront of the fight against corruption. All institutions and individuals within this institution should be able to operate within the ambit of the law. The ability to investigate a case properly is as important as arresting culprits and filing a watertight case. The process can only be followed by institutions which have the capacity to understand its importance.
According to my observation, identifying existing policies impediments to new and updated laws. This finally points speak for itself, news law to improve system and not to hinder or complicate them. This means it's absolute critical to invest in the resources and expertise to carry out due diligence on the myriad of existing laws and policies across all public institutions to ensure that the objective of the law are not impeded by unexpected existing policies or law.
I would suggest implementation of technology where all transactions are monitored closely. Advanced ways to authorize transactions are implemented by three authorized people so all can be held accountable. The citizens should get a clear report of revenue available and expenditures, and all money wired out of the country should be monitored. Better pay for civil service Better pay for civil service should be implemented. The element of fear should be instilled by implementing irreversible, irreversible laws for it if it's proven beyond doubt that the public servant is corrupt. he can refund the money and exit public office or face execution.